I talk to him from my perspective. I know exactly what's going to happen if a play doesn't work or if a decision doesn't work out, as it should. So I think that was what was at strength. That's what I was really proud about, is the team came together and found a way to focus on what matters, because all the other stuff, it's not woe is me, because that's part of the reason why we get compensated the way we do. That's part of the reason, that people care. So being able to focus on what your job is monumental. And in games like this, if you're not that way, you will lose them somehow, some way. From the team's perspective or mine? Mine? From that game, there's sometimes as a coach that you can try to will things into existence, and you can kind of, like, one of my starting points of how I just view this whole game is, like, I have a job to do to put people in position to succeed, but, like, I never am responsible for the results that are good. Like, I could call a terrible play and it works, or I could call the perfect play and it doesn't work. It's the players and putting them in position for success. And sometimes I can fall into the trap of, like, I need to make the perfect call. It's not that. It's giving people opportunities in a smart fashion, relative to what the defense is doing, and et cetera, et cetera. So, and what you're successful at. So more listening to what's going on right in front of me, and less trying to take the game into schematic place where it's, because I don't see it that way. I think you prepare a certain way. If your players are prepared, they know exactly what to do in certain scenarios, and then in moments like those, you get the ball to whom the quarterback is confident in, who will be open, and who's really got the hot hand, and live from there. I think it was a big moment for other people. Probably something, there's always validation when you're able to come through in a big moment. But, really, the way I look at everything and the way I try to talk to the team is we define ourselves each and every day. So, like, what does that mean for him? It's validation, but it also means nothing, because it's not like if what would have changed if we didn't win that game. That's the way you have to look at things, that you're constantly chopping wood to be the best version of yourself while holding on to your belief in yourself and everybody else. I'm sure deep down it gives some sort of validation, not that I would see. And to me, I don't think you're going to like the results if you're living in the past off your past accomplishments. You have to be satisfied with how you go after that day and what's set in front of you that day. For him, that's the only way he's going to be satisfied, is that relentless pursuit of improving his game. I think I'm happy for him, but there's not like one player on our team that was surprised. You know what I mean? So I don't really know where that leaves us, but man, I need a drink of water. It really brings me a lot of joy, because the way I look at it, and from my experience, he was the one owner that decided that it was worthwhile to interview and then took a shot on me, where a lot of people in the first hiring cycle don't. And in the process of getting to know him, there's a ton of things that I can find from a relatable standpoint from both myself and just he has earned everything to his name on his own, and been extremely successful to do that. And I know that he hadn't felt that same success with the Dolphins by his own admission. But you want to talk about a guy that positions an NFL franchise to succeed, where he doesn't use his power of being the owner. Like, literally, he could tell me to stand on one leg for the rest of the week, but he doesn't. He hires people to do and lets them do their jobs and supports us. Reaches out to me after a tough loss, is worried about me. So for me, it's hard for me not to look like part of a million reasons that I have to do my job is to the best of my abilities to bring to him what I think he deserves, because he's I can't imagine an owner I'd rather work for, and he's really he deserves that satisfaction, and I know a lot of guys are happy that they can do that, because he deserves it. He gives us everything that we can possibly want to try to have a winner.